So friends, recalling the problem that we are trying to solve here, it is avoiding mid-career crisis in modern times, or basically navigating through mid-career crisis if it has arrived by means of understanding our true calling, our true color of thoughts, or in the Bharati Shastra way, our Varna. And in this fourth installment of this video series, we are going to talk about Vaishya Varna. Let us now understand Vaishya Varna. I think this would be probably the most easy to relate to, because it's easy to find similar profiles even now also. So back in those days, Vaishya Varna, in short, used to be the feeder of the society. They would churn money by means of selling commodities, or traveling to different places and then selling commodities, bringing the money back to their residences, and then paying taxes to the kingdoms. By means of this, the money would start getting circulated in the society. The society will become more richer because of this profession. But what was there in the mind of the people who would have the Vaishya Varna? The mindset of Vaishya Varna actually is about having a business kind of thought process, having transaction and trading at the peak of our mind. So if I have an attitude that if I'm giving something, I should immediately get back something like an exchange, if that gives me a satisfaction, that gives me a sense of creating a value by means of earning something back, and I may not really relate too much to leading or administering or driving a purpose, if my focus is on the next transaction and earning something out of it, I may not be interested in teaching someone or helping someone, but I'm still indirectly helping the whole society by earning money. I belong to the Vaishya Varna. So it's easy to understand that in those days also there used to be Shreshthi, or in simpler Hindi, Seth. Today's people, the businessmen and businesswomen, those who have worked in the recent history and become legendary because of their success and the prosperity that they have earned for their organizations, they could be said to be the real Varnas, the real Vaishya Varnas of today's time. But once again, we may find out many people assuming the responsibilities of, say, carrying out businesses. But not every business succeeds, right? Why is it so? We all have been made to believe that money is identical to prosperity. We have been conditioned from the same society that we live in, that the earning of the money should be of paramount importance for us, which is why it's that all we need to do is earn money, run behind money. It becomes glamorous for people to create a startup and basically think about opening a business. But in the glitter and glamour of a profile, we forget that we don't probably belong to that kind of mindset, and it is just okay to accept that we do not belong to that. It is not necessary if a bigger bunch of people in present times is aspiring to open a business of their own. It doesn't mean that we also should do that. What is more important is what we are doing satisfies us. So if you are satisfied by the transaction or the trade of something, if that gives you the kick, the pleasure to earn money, do not worry about the fact that, oh, I will not be called a leader, I will not be called a giver, I will not be called a sattvic person. It's okay. You are still a very important part of the society. That's point number one. You are being, once again, the feeder of the society. You're bringing the money like Ambani's did, like the Tatas did. They brought a lot of money from outside also, right? So examples like these, or examples like DMart, or let's take the simplest example of the nearby Kirana store. For many decades, one Kirana store would be able to run successfully only because the shopkeeper there is of a business mindset. And they would be happy opening the shop at 7 o'clock and closing the shop at 10 o'clock. They would be just okay with that. So if you are also okay with that, then accept such a problem. But please do not fall prey to the many pressures around that, okay, there is a startup, there is a business that one needs to just open up. That is Vaishya Varna for you.